All right, now these are live images of the leader from the Congress party, Rahul Gandhi. They're meeting with other leaders outside of the Prime Minister's residence. Now remember, this is a key moment in the protest. Yesterday it was the youth and members of the Congress Janata Party, at least the supporters of the Congress Janata Party. It started off as an Instagram page after the Chief Justice of India, Surya Kant, had referred to certain YouTubers and unemployed youth as cockroaches, a remark that he later said was misinterpreted. So this is the scale of the police presence outside of the Prime Minister's residence, and there are several issues that are being talked about, and you can also look at Dr. Jitendra Singh, who is from the Bharatiya Janata Party. They're meeting with the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. Now, it needs to be said that, remember, this is a protest which the Congress party has now joined. It appears after what was effectively a youth-led movement which turned out in such large, big numbers. The Cockroach Janata Party, which emerged more as an Instagram page in the aftermath of that comment by the Chief Justice of India, Surya Kant. The students and youngsters who'd appeared for the NEET examination, where the paper had got cancelled, which resulted in a lot of frustration, delays, and also mental trauma, as the students put it. They're extremely unhappy with how things are working out, vis-a-vis how the exams are being conducted. My colleague Siddhant Sibil, I'm told, is joining us with more updates in terms of what is happening at this moment in the national capital. Siddhant, give us a sense of what is unfolding today vis-a-vis the protest. Yesterday was a massive, massive protest where a number of students had turned out in some pretty large numbers. Today we are looking at the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi outside of the Prime Minister's residence. What's unfolding at the moment?
A lot of political developments. Today is day 2 of the monsoon session, but clearly it's the protest on the streets that is dominating the agenda. Now, yesterday we saw the protest by the students, and today, of course, the opposition, and that to Rahul Gandhi, who has started a sit in protest outside Prime Minister's residence. He's accompanied by his sister and, of course, Wayanad MP Priyanka Gandhi and other Congress leaders as well. More reports are coming in terms of the situation emanating, but clearly it's a big move by the opposition. In fact, I'll say it's a very rare move by the opposition and the Rahul Gandhi himself on the ground as well. Now, there are several issues. The big issue, of course, is something that's impacting the students, the NEET issue, and we know that this is a genuine concern of the students. Now, yesterday, there was a conversation between the government and the leaders of the Cockroach Janata Party as well, and this is something that is still an ongoing thing. But clearly, what the opposition is demanding is the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan, the Education Minister. This is, of course, a big political move by the opposition. We have to see what is going to transpire, but clearly right now there are protests happening, especially at Jantar Mantar, which has been the site of the protest for a few weeks. We will get to know, of course, what happens next, but security has been tightened in central Delhi. We also know that the authorities are taking no chances this time around as to what happened yesterday. There were, of course, protests where, of course, we know that both the students and the policemen were injured, and there were a lot of visuals which were, of course, distressing visuals that came out, but we'll get to see more in terms of what evolves possibly next few hours.
Indeed. Siddhant, at this moment, the fact that the Delhi police was taken completely by surprise about the scale of the protest yesterday is clearly evident, because the Delhi police clearly had very little preparation in terms of how to deal with a crowd of that size, and secondly, how to deal with a crowd of students, because a lot of these students are genuine students who turned out with genuine frustration. There could have been some troublemakers, but the manner in which the protesters were handled and were dealt with, the lathi charges that we witnessed, is there a different strategy that the Delhi police now wants to deploy? Because quite evidently what has played out in the streets yesterday is extremely, extremely shocking, and one expects better preparation and better way of maintaining order from the Delhi police.
Well, yes, the visuals that showed how perhaps not only ill-prepared the police was, but possibly not how to deal with the protesters. Yes, there were anti-social elements for sure present on the ground who were involved in attacks against the police as well. But it's clear that when it comes to the police as well, there was a lack of humane touch by the police when it comes to dealing with these protesters. Many of them were students, and of course we saw those visuals as well. We'll get to know perhaps in next few days how prepared the police is, but clearly on Monday the police was clearly not prepared to deal with the surge in crowd. In the past, I have personally covered protests in 2012 as well, and there was similar kind of situation in the past as well. But when it comes to dealing with crowd, it's not an easy job. We know that there was lathi charge and several students were injured, and tear gas was also fired, and these visuals are truly shocking in not only scale, but the fact that they're happening at the heart of the Indian national capital, that's Delhi.
Siddhant, but there is a genuine grievance that the students have expressed, and this is something that the government needs to address head-on. A lot of the students spent many years preparing for these competitive examinations. The NEET examination was cancelled, and it was, of course, rescheduled, and then it was done successfully. But many of these students say that there has to be accountability. Does the government want to engage directly with the students? Because what we are now witnessing is that there are other political parties that are jumping in, they're trying to get mileage out of it. But the fact is, there is a genuine grievance that the students are expressing. Has the government shown an intent to engage with the students on a meaningful manner, fix accountability, and to ensure that these kind of examination paper leaks do not happen in the future? For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.